What's up, guys? I'm pretty excited. Today is a new release of a Predator movie. It's Predator Badlands, and I've heard some good things about it. I'm a huge Predator fan, so I cannot wait to see what this movie brings. Let's check out the Predator merchandise. Here's one of those ships. That is huge. We got these popcorn buckets. Very nice detail. I really like this popcorn bucket. Yeah, so this is what they look like. Not too heavy, but look at that. Look how big they are. That's pretty good detail for a freaking popcorn bucket. Look at that. This is a Regal Theaters, by the way. Let's go look at the popcorn bucket. Here's the regular cup, and then the popcorn bucket. That's cool. Look at this. I'd love to take this home. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that's funny. Disney Studios. It's 20th Century Fox. They're renovating this theater. Look at this.
Hola, Luisa. I'm happy to share
Yeah. All right, guys. Just got out of Predator Badlands. Okay, first off, let me say I'm not sure how I feel about the movie yet. I need to watch it one or two more times to see how I feel. But right now, I do want to say definitely a fun movie, and I definitely liked it. I think Predators is better. I think Prey's better, and of course the original Predator is better. But Badlands is good. It's a very good movie. It wasn't crappy like that one with the giant Predator. I hated that movie. This movie actually did a better job of balancing comedy with Predator action. Whereas the one with the giant Predator, that was just pure comedy and it was kind of stupid. But that one was definitely a fitting continuation of the Predator lore. But I gotta say, it's a lot different than the other Predator movies. This one, it feels different, and it's also from the point of view of a Yautja. So we're watching this from the perspective of a Predator, which makes it really cool. So yeah, it's not really a traditional Predator story because usually when we watch a Predator movie, we're watching it from the perspective of the humans, the perspective of those being hunted by the Predator. So when we see the Predators, you're just getting this really menacing look. But in Predator Badlands, since we're watching it from the perspective of one of them, we get a more sympathetic view of these guys. Granted, this guy is a lot different than from the Predators that you see in the previous movies. This guy is kind of an outcast. So the basic premise, without spoiling the movie, is this Predator, he is an outcast. He gets sent to this planet to go on one of those Predator hunts. The planet's basically like an outer space version of Australia, where everything on the planet is trying to kill you. So it's a really hostile planet, but it sets up a very cool premise, which I'm not going to go into it because it's not just a hunt that you're getting a little bit more than just a hunt. But yeah, I really did enjoy the movie. I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's as good as the three other Predator movies I already mentioned. But I do love the Easter eggs to other franchises, and this guy definitely doesn't abide by the stereotypical rules of the Yautja that we've seen in other Predator movies. But lots of great Predator action, and lots of great improv skills from this particular Predator when he doesn't have the weapons that you would expect from a Predator. So overall, fun movie. And definitely a different take on the Predator, and I love that it's the perspective of one of the Predators, but I've always wanted something like that. Although I still want to get the perspective of one of the more traditional Yautja, where we can see the more badass versions of this guy. But it's cool to see this dude, watching a Predator from an outcast perspective. They kind of touched on that in Predators, where you see the smaller Predator take on the bigger one. And then you learn that there's different casts of Predators. And then you also learn in this movie about some of the cultures of the Predators. Not much, but you get a lot more insight in this movie of the culture than you do in previous movies. But definitely a worthy successor of the Predator lore. And I'm glad to get more story. And it is definitely really cool to come to a theater and watch a new Predator movie in theaters. Because as you remember, the last Predator movie was Prey, and that came right to Hulu. So to watch this movie in a theater was definitely really, really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this a few more times, and I'm definitely going to get some merch. At the theater, there's some really great merch. But right now, my funds are a little tight, so I'll come back in a few days and pick up the merch, especially the popcorn bucket, which looks like a spaceship. But until then, what are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know what you think, because I definitely enjoyed it, but definitely not a top Predator movie, but definitely very enjoyable. Forgot to say, there's really no reason to stay in the theater because there's nothing that happens at the end of the credits, unless you just want to see the credits, see where they filmed everything, and see if any of your relatives or friends took part in this production. But aside from that, yeah, there's nothing at the end of the credits. So that's all I got to say. Sorry, this wasn't very complete review on this movie. There were a lot of people walking in and out, and I didn't feel comfortable reviewing this movie by the poster. I can review it in my room, but you know, I said everything that I wanted to say about this movie. I feel like I'll probably get a better, you know, my thoughts will be a lot better when I see this movie again. But definitely highly enjoyable time. But I need to go. I'm hungry.